Ableton just dropped a pretty cool update for Move, update 1.2. I'll link the full release notes below, but let me talk to you about two of my favorite updates from this update. First off, if you don't know how to update the firmware, hold Shift, go to the little settings menu on the cog icon, scroll down to update. You can also turn notifications on so it will tell you when it boots up that there's an update available. Now, previously on Move, if we stay in the settings menu and we go to MIDI, we were only able to send MIDI in or out. We couldn't do both at the same time. This is a problem if you want to sync with external gear, but no more. Now, in addition to being able to switch from MIDI in to MIDI out mode, we also have a sync send mode, meaning that we can control the Move with an external controller and also send sync out of the Move. So with my Launch Key Mini 37 here, I've got the launch key connected via USB to the Move, so I'm able to play the synth on the Move, utilize the arpeggiator, and also have the Launch Key Mini receive a sync signal from the Move. You'll notice if within the ARP menu, if I try to change the BPM while the Move is playing, it will say tempo external, meaning it's being synced from an external device. I can't change the BPM from the launch key itself. This is super cool for the launch key specifically because it has a really powerful arpeggiator that you can change the rhythm of, you can mutate, and you can do lots of fun things with the arpeggiator on the launch key. So it's cool to be able to have those sync. Now, this is I think an issue with the launch key itself. The launch key doesn't have MIDI through, it just has MIDI sync. So in theory, I could go ahead and connect another device via the MIDI out of the launch key. So you'd have clock from Move into the launch key, out of the launch key into your third device, say the P6 here. This can kind of work in this setup, but like I said, launch key doesn't have MIDI through. It's just going to sync through, so I have to kind of sync up my play buttons to get these running in time together, which is not the most ideal. But if you do have external gear that has MIDI through, you could start building a pretty cool setup where Move is sort of the master clock of a much larger setup. Something we weren't able to do before update 1.2. There's one more cool kind of quality of life update here as well. Previously, when I would add a sample to a pad and I switched to another pad, it would jump out of the file system and you'd be back to square one and you'd have to scroll through again. But now I can just stay in this screen and fill up my kit. So now we got a kick, a clap. Let's go here and add a hi-hat. We can do this much faster now. If anybody's got a Move and you tried to build kits on it yourself, you know that this was a big issue. And now I can go so fast as to even just two different hi-hats here without jumping in and out of the file system. This was a problem that Push had as well, but I'm glad they quickly fixed it on the Move. Easier to fill up your drum racks in Move now. There are a few other small updates in the Move 1.2 update, but you can check the full release notes at the link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, you can check out this other video that I made a list of improvements that I would really like to see come to Ableton Move, maybe in a 1.3 update. Check it out, see if you agree with those updates.